Hi, my Bieber Experience. I'm Kimia from US Bieber, and this is my Bieber Experience. So it was October 3rd, and 2 days before I had gotten an email that I had won meet and greets. Just had gotten them. And so we go to the concert, and I pick up my meet and greets, and I'm in line, and it was a really long line. It took like an hour, and it finally became my turn. And they tell us we have to get in groups of 6. And so I argue and I argue, and I finally get a chance to meet Justin by myself. And I walk into the room, and I was looking down when I walked in. Right when I looked at him, first my body went in complete shock. I saw white. That's all I saw, and I just went into complete shock. And he goes, "Hi, love," and I go, "Hi." And he goes, "How are you?" And I say, "I'm good, how are you?" And he's like, "Wonderful." And then Scooter was there, and he was like, "Justin, do you know how long this girl has waited to meet you?" And he goes, "No, how long?" And Scooter goes, 5 years. This is Kim from US Bieber, and she's waited 5 years to meet you. And Justin was like, 5 years? And I was like, "Yeah, but it was worth every second." He's like, "Aw." And so he's like, "Let's take a picture." And so we take our picture, and I was shaking, I was speechless. But he hugs me, we hug, and he puts out his hands like this, and I just hold them. I just hold his hands. And I was like, "Oh my God, I love you so much." And he's like, "I love you too." And I died. It was such a surreal moment, and I had no tears to cry. It was just perfect. It was nothing but perfect. He's just the sweetest guy in the whole entire world. And Kenny was like, "All right, it's almost up, time for the next person." And so we say our goodbyes, and Scooter walks me out of the room, and I was just like, I looked to Scooter, and I was just like, "I promise I won't cry." And he's like, "You can cry." And I just put my hand over my mouth, and I just look at Scooter, and he looks at me, and he pulls back the curtain again, and he's like, "Justin, she's leaving." He's like, "Bye, sweetheart." And I just it was amazing. It was amazing. He's perfect. He's so sweet. He's so caring, and he's so down to earth. He's perfect. He's perfect. He will take your breath away. And then from there, I give some gifts to the crew, and I just walk out. And when I walk out, it hits me, and I just start crying in the middle of the whole crowd. And it was the most perfect moment I've ever experienced, because I waited 5 years with hard work and dedication, and it finally paid off, and it was worth every second. So my advice to all of you is that if you have a dream, please follow it. I know it gets hard sometimes, but just keep your mind set on it, and it will happen, I promise. Thank you all for listening to my Bieber Experience.